Back to the Eternal Flames. So this is Blaze speaking. Okay, so last we left off, we had some goblin issues. So we're gonna go straight into this. Last time we played, we actually had already cleared this setup, and yeah, kind of a lot happened. But I also got some stuff from you guys requesting that Styx be more aggressive from afar. So that's how we're going to start this. We're going to start him, you know, kind of... I have no idea why Styx is doing this right now, but okay. We're going to back him up and... Right now I'm not even going to stress being too tactical. We really don't need to be. Because of how tiny these little guys are, we really just need to worry about kind of clearing them out and keeping aggro. Seems like our tank is, well, being a tank. I'll try to use a couple more, you know, varieties of moves as we go through. But in this case, I think we can actually take care of the goblins without too many issues, per se. Since this is a side mission, I don't expect it to be very long. But I am going to try to use more range with Styx. That is going to be a thing. And maybe we'll try to get him that way, like stack him in a way that he's supposed to be ranged. So we'll see how things go. I was asked to, so we will try. If I don't like it beyond a certain point, I'm not going to lie, I'll go back to my style. But for you guys, let's do this. Oh, I see that. Okay. Shift. I always forget the stealth button. Yeah, look, there's a goblin right there. What? Oh, that is bollocks. Oh, jeez. They are just going after it. Okay, taunt. That did not taunt as many as one would hope. Okay. Oh, jeez. They are just beating on him. Like little midgets with stones. Well, actually, that's exactly what it is. Okay, accurate and then throwing knives. We really don't have very many ranged moves. I was also asked to read over the moves more. You know, actually explain the moves. So, I'll get on that as well. And I apologize, because that's something I should have did from the beginning, and yeah, sorry. My bad. There we go. Looks like we're actually doing a lot better this way. But it could just be the goblins. I mean, these guys seem really bad. They don't even feel like the clones. Okay. Since we leveled up, I'm going to take this opportunity to, as we talked about, look over stuff. So, attribute points. Let's, Critical hit chance is 20. Okay, so I was asked to kind of go over everything, so I'm going to do just that. Excuse me. Damage reduction is percent absorbed by current equipment, every blow received, so kind of obvious there. It's our armor rating. Damage is pretty obvious also. It's whatever our physical damage is with our weapons. Striking force is basically a chance to interrupt an enemy's attack. So think of it like a knockdown rating. So the ability to kind of knock them silly. Critical chance should be pretty obvious. Stability. Resistant to enemy strikes, reducing the risk of having an action interrupted. This is knockdown resistance. Life points is pretty obvious. Dodge is pretty obvious. And concentration. There's a difference here between Styx and Arc. With Arc, he has rage. His is going to constantly build up like your basic MMO warrior. And concentration for Styx is going to be his ability to use skills. The higher this is, the more often we can use moves. Because I don't think Styx gets anywhere above 100 unless we get like special stuff. So getting this up higher means that we could use a move and then use it again like maybe a couple moments later. So not a bad thing to have. Probably something we want to spec into. Yeah, let's just toss one in there right now. Boom. If you notice, also increases his dodge a little bit, so higher dodge is always good, right? We want him to be able to like never get hit. Ever. Okay, Archile. Yes, confirm changes. Okay, damage reduction, striking. Okay, so this is all the same stuff except for deflection and rage. Since he's too big to really dodge, I mean, if the guy could dodge, that would be amazing. For him, it's more of a parry. So what he does is he actually just kind of blocks and pushes the blow away, which is pretty cool. Next up is Rage, which, yeah, we just went over. If you notice, his mind rating is pretty shit. So what we could do, if we want him to be a little bit more quote-unquote elegant, is we could put one into strength now, which is going to give him that bonus damage. But from here, start putting stuff in mind. It'll be harder to piss him off. But even better than that, he's more likely to just kind of just push away those moves. So we'll do that for now. Skills, confirm. Okay, we're gonna go over all the skills this time from beginning to end, whatever we can grab. All right. Fast blow. It's basically our basic attack. We can get a bonus that inflicts bleeding when on any enemy affected by vulnerability. This is a great matchup for Styx because Styx can make people vulnerable. This means less armor or whatever. Mixed with Archile here, that will actually make them bleed, which is, you know, like poison, just kind of bleeds out. Sworn enemy, so a series of 2 heavy blows that generates a high threat for the target. If we get the bonus for it, we also get a attack restoring life, which means lifesteal. And then we could also, because we can only pick one, increase the rage by 20 points. A couple of people are going, why would you want to increase rage? Technically when he goes berserk, he does do more damage. So pissing him off faster, not necessarily a horrible idea, but not a great idea. Just throwing that out there. Round attack, double strike, pushing back all enemies with very powerful, but can be parried or dodged. Nice way of saying that this is pretty much a whirlwind attack that just kind of knocks people back. Apparently we can set so it doesn't get interrupted, or take away the enemy's bonus to dodge or parry the attack. So we can either make it so he won't be interrupted, or we can make it so that they can't dodge and parry anymore, which is pretty cool in my eyes. Powerful blow. Heavy vertical attack that mere mortals cannot parry, but which can be dodged more easily than normal attacks. Means they can't parry it for crap unless they're super strong, but they can dodge it pretty well. We can either make it impossible to interrupt or damage increased by 50%. I'm not gonna lie, the lack of interruption on that blow is gonna be really good if we ever do the upgrade to this, because every time I tried to use that, I saw him constantly get interrupted. So that's a thing. Offensive charge. Charge at a distant enemy to land a powerful blow. Inflicts heavy damage. Okay, so charge. Impact has a 20% or 20. Bleh. I don't know why it's a 20. 50% chance to stun the target. Damaging is increased by 100%. So we get to choose between one of those two, and the stun chance is nice, but I think that increase the damage is gonna be nice. Feint. Feint attack is difficult to dodge, but with slight impact and more likely to be parried. So they can't dodge it, but they can parry it. And then Murderous Rage. Arkir lowers his guard to concentrate on the attack, inflicting more damage at the cost of his defense. Oh boy. Chance of landing a critical hit increased by 10%. That's pretty cool. Defense, penalty, armor, and deflection is decreased to 0%. Huh. So basically he starts rampaging through people's defense. That's kind of creepy. And then we could upgrade our offensive stance, which every critical hit will stun the target. That's actually really cool. Every successful hit has a 25% chance to cause bleeding. Huh. I almost want to go for the crit, but I don't think he has enough. Okay, Throw Goblin. This basically is Argyle's version of the same move Styx has. This allows him to kind of throw sticks. I showed that move off not too long ago. The attack has a 50% chance of destabilizing any enemy within a 5-meter range. This means when Styx lands, 50% chance to just kind of make them wibbly wobbly. There's also a 25% chance for that same move to stun any enemy. So do we disorientate them, or do we go for less, but a less chance to do it, but a chance to stun? Basically knock them completely silly. Raise ally. This is the revive move. Restore 50 points and increases chance to deflect. And then we got small pick me up, which is basically he fixes himself up. We can also set to increase rage or increase life regen by 100% per second. So it's 5 life per second. And I don't even know why I haven't gotten this move yet. I should get this move. This is a fantastic thing. This would keep us in the fight for a long time. That bonus to life regen would be another 100%. So that means 10 life per second for 15 seconds. That's 150 right off the bat. Not the greatest pick-me-up, but it's a pick-me-up. I'm just going to snag that now since I have a chance. Taunt. This is pretty simple. If we got a bonus, we could extend the range, or we could I keep trying to move my mouse over there to see more, or we can destabilize. Quick attack, we've already upgraded this one, so this has a better stun chance. It's the default attack. Back and forth, fast attack that interrupts and knocks down enemies. The attack has a 100% chance to stun targets if we upgrade it, or we go for damage increase. I understand why this move is there, but I just rather go for the stun. Stunning punch stuns target. Target's chance of parry or dodge an attack is reduced by 50%. Yeah, I just like this move more. I ain't gonna lie. Carpus goes into defensive stance. I want to upgrade this one so that we can get the counter attack. But this basically makes him more defensive and lets him deflect more often, which is definitely something we want. It's either that counterattack or the health regen. If we add the health regen with that balm, I think he basically just turns into a giant juggernaut. It'll be a hell of a lot harder to kill him. Rage release. This is obvious. It just takes away his rage. Converts 100% of suppressed rage into life points. That right there is bloody genius, and I have no idea why I haven't gotten that yet. I apologize. And then disengagement. Area attack, knocking back enemies, inflicting more damage if the targets are vulnerable. Once again, good pair up with Styx. We can either make it impossible to interrupt or increase the striking force. That's a interesting setup, actually. I'm not sure how to feel about that. Also, if you guys haven't guessed, number of blows is number of times it's supposed to hit. So, we've already done Arc. Let's go for Styx. Once again, we'll go over everything, and then we'll get back to the game. Conversion is basically health regen, which is really nice. It's 10 life per second. We can turn that to 20 life per second if we want. Or we can decrease the cost by 50%, which means it's 10 concentration per second. Personally, I'd rather just have my concentration regen high and get the life back quicker. Quick attack, our default. Every hit has 20% chance to extending the target's vulnerability, which is pretty cool. So if we make them vulnerable, there's a chance that they're going to stay vulnerable if we're using these melee attacks. Kind of cool. Or with critical chance, we have a chance to bleed. Since we're going for kind of a crit build with sticks, that wouldn't be bad for this move. Destabilizing attack, inflict moderate damage, destabilizing the target, preventing him from parrying or dodging. Basically, we keep them from being able to counter us. We can increase the damage on it, or a target's chance to parry or dodge the attacks are reduced by 8%. That's wow. We basically fuck them. Flying dagger. Sticks rolls his daggers around his target, inflicting significant damage over a period of time. It's a damage over time ability, but it's really fast. It's like a couple seconds and 6 blows. I increased the damage on this thing off the bat because it's one of my favorite moves. Outright. Poison daggers. Next 3 hand to hand. Poison the enemy, taking damage for a long period of time. So, yeah, poison. It's got 3 charges. Its duration is 15 seconds. So I'm not sure if they stack, which is a thing. Be nice if they did, but it's 6 damage per second for 15 seconds. So, not the greatest. It's like 150 damage, but it'll work. And that's for one move. If all 3 stack, it could actually be pretty deadly. Poison causes another 3 points, which means 9 damage, which is pretty damn good. Besides damage, poison also causes vulnerability. Once again, that vulnerability seems to mix well with arc. So, that's a tough choice. The more damage we get, the better sticks is going to be. But that vulnerability is going to work well with arc. Armor pierce. Kind of obvious. Pierces armor, makes him vulnerable. And the attack increases chance of bleeding. So, or gives a chance for bleeding. And then finally, focus. Sticks concentrates in order to temporarily increase his chance of landing a critical hit. So he basically focuses on landing that next big crit. Kind of cool, right? Also increases chance of dodge by 50%, which is kind of nice. It means it's hard for them to hit us. And we can increase the effect duration to 60 seconds. I don't know why they didn't just say 100% again, but so it'd be 1 minute of constant critical chance, as well as just being an absolute badass. Okay, throw goblin, same as the other. Help up is still same as the other, and in this case we got stealth. I chose move faster because I feel like moving in stealth faster is better. We can get to our targets a little bit better before they can turn around and spot us. That might be me thinking of Sticks Master of Shadows. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay. Almost done, I promise. Sharpshooter. Concentrate on the target, increasing damage caused and the chance of critical hits, but decreases the dodge ability. So basically it's hard for us to dodge, but we increase damage and critical hit chance. We can make it so that the chance of dodge is no longer decreased, which is nice, or every critical hit has a 50% chance to stun the target. That makes this a really good move. If you think about it, adding critical hit chance as well as, decent damage, we could possibly also stun targets. I think this is the move we want to put our point into, but before I do that, let's look over the others. Throwing knives, our basic attack. Attack has a 25 or 20% chance of causing vulnerability. Once again, good for arc. Or every critical hit increases concentration by 10. That's not bad either. Both of those pretty good. We can either match up with arc, or we can make Sticks a little bit better at using his moves. Beard trim. An explicit gesture that has advantages in both enraging the target and reducing the threat generated from other enemies. Basically, it's a taunt for Sticks. so that he can pick one person out of the group and pull him away from Arc. This would be good if we want to get like a heavy damage person off of Arc and just use Styx as dodge to kind of quote unquote tank him, which is not a bad move because Arc can only do so much. The upgrade increases threat generation and causes a decrease to others. The cool part is when we do this taunt, we're only taunting one, and if anything, we're decreasing our threat to everybody else. The other thing is we could destabilize the target as well, meaning we could kind of shake them up. It's like, did you just do that? You calling me out? Accurate throw. Expert throw that causes greater damage with a higher chance to interrupt the target. We can increase the chance to stun if it's a crit. Or we can cause 25% chance of vulnerability regardless if we crit or not. That's actually really good. Rain of Blades. Throws a blade at each enemy within a wide range. Ooh. I haven't gotten that yet. Jeez. So many good moves I haven't gotten. Each target hit has a 35% chance to bleed. That's pretty cool. Each hit enemy has 35% chance of suffering a vulnerability. Both of those really good. Hard to distinguish between either one, which we should get. Kick. It's a knockback. 50% chance of stunning the target. The distance of the enemy's pushback is increased by 100%. So basically we push him back 2 meters, which is, about the size of Argyle. Or we can push him back 4 meters, which is pretty good too. This is just to keep him away from sticks. So once again, we could use like say beard trim and then use kick to get them away from us and still be tanking them. Finally, stunning bomb. Throw a mixture of amber. Oh wow, he still has some? Huh. That explodes and stones the target. Available upgrade. The attack has a 100% chance to cause vulnerability. The explosion chance has 50% chance to stun any enemy within 5 meter radius of the target. Wow. I want to go for the vulnerability on this one, but that chance to stun any enemy within a 5 meter radius is pretty nice, actually. I'm not even gonna lie. The amber thing is throwing me for a loop. I didn't even know he had any left. Okay, finally, range combat stance. We can increase our dodge when we're in range stance. I'm sorry, I'm coughing so much. Or we can increase health regeneration when in range combat. My throat is starting to mess up on me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try and power through it because I'm here for you. Okay. Wow, a lot of choices. I want to go with this one. Because it decreases it has an increased chance to critical hit, and that seems to be what we're going for mostly. It's either that or we could do the Rain of Blades. A lot of other games call it Fan of Knives. Either way works. This is actually tough for me. I think I'm gonna go with Rain of Blades. And we're gonna focus on the range, like I said, and try to kind of force our way into that.